Many people don't spend the necessary time to make sure that they've put in place a plan which emphasizes who's going to make decisions for you in case you can't make them yourself. People think they're invincible, that they're always going to be able to make their own decisions. And I even remember when I was 21 and young that nothing was ever going to happen to me. But as you get older, you come to realize that there may come a time where you may no longer be able to make your own decisions. So you need to make sure that you have somebody who can make financial and medical decisions for you in case you become incapacitated. And the way you do that is you appoint somebody to be your agent under a power of attorney and your agent under a healthcare proxy. And while they're your agent, they only have the authority to make these decisions in the event that you can't make them yourself. And you have to appoint people who you trust. And this is not a case where you go to the internet and download some forms. You need to have an intelligent conversation with your estate planning professional to make sure that you're picking the right person. The documents are just a means to an end. The documents are just pieces of paper, and frankly, you can get those anywhere. The value in working with a qualified estate planning attorney is the consultation and the advice that you get in going forward and deciding who to select as your agent and the different types of powers you may be giving that agent, because one size does not fit all. New York State has a very comprehensive and complicated power of attorney statute, and it's really fraught with traps for the unwary. And if you don't check the right boxes, initial in the right places, get it notarized, get it witnessed, it's possible that it may not be valid. So there's a lot to talk about when you're talking about appointing other people to make decisions for you, because if you're going to be incapacitated, you won't be able to oversee and make sure that they're doing the right thing by you. It is possible, if you appoint somebody to make your decisions for you, that you can have a change of heart. And frankly, it's actually a good thing to make the change instead of leaving a person in place who would otherwise not fit the bill. And this can happen for a variety of reasons. That person who you appoint could get sick, could pass away, or your relationship with that person may change, or you may have new relationships with other people. So these documents that we call advance directives, the power of attorney and the healthcare proxy and the living will, these are not irrevocable documents. So these are documents that you can change as long as you have capacity. However, that's not a reason to wait, because if you wait too long and you lose capacity, you will no longer have the ability to execute these documents. So my advice would be to execute the documents. If they don't fit your needs in the future, go back and change them and fix them, but don't let the fear of who you're going to appoint or the indecision about not knowing who the right person is, don't let that be a reason to not execute your estate planning documents. If you don't have the proper estate planning documents in place and something does happen to you, you can't turn back the clock. You can't call up God and say, okay, that stroke I had, can we push it off a week so I can get the documents in place? What's going to happen to you and your family is you're going to be involved in a very time-consuming, expensive court proceeding called a guardianship, which is an invasion of privacy and something that you want to avoid like the plague. While guardianship has its place in the legal arena, if you can avoid it, you want to. Unfortunately, the reality is most people spend more time picking out the color of their living room carpet than they do thinking about who's going to be the agent under their power of attorney and the agent under the healthcare proxy. And I understand it's not a pleasant topic. I'd rather talk about what are we going to do this weekend. Nobody wants to talk about their own mortality or their own infirmity. But if you don't talk about it and you don't take action, if and when it happens to you, you can be stuck with choices that you may not be happy with. Many folks think that estate planning is routine work. Unfortunately, that could not be further from the truth. You need to go to somebody who's actually an expert in this area. And it's important that you go to somebody who not only knows what they're doing, but somebody who you can establish a good relationship with, who you're comfortable speaking with, and who's going to be there for you if and when things go awry and you need help. We at Littman Krooks have been here for 30 years, and I can remember like it was yesterday when Mitchell Littman and I started the firm. And what's kept us together for so long is we both have the same passion. We both love helping other people. And that's what's driven us for these past 30 years. And it's what, frankly, keeps me coming to work every day. I really enjoy helping people. It's why I went to law school. And I look forward to the opportunity to help you accomplish your estate planning objectives.